This is America.
Hello and welcome back again, everybody. I'm Duane Thompson, your food product entrepreneur's mentor. And today we are going to talk about something super special that's near and dear to my heart. You asked for it, you got it. So today we want to talk about selling your food product to the United States of America federal government. Now, all the previous videos have led up to this. We've talked about the basics on how to produce your product, how your product should look, the labels. We've talked about all kinds of things on developing your product. Now let's talk about selling your product. So by popular demand and through your email requests, I'm happy to report that today starts my How to Sell Your Food Product to the U.S. Federal Government YouTube video series. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to this channel, hit that bell button so as soon as these videos are posted, you'll be notified. As many of you already know and who have followed me over my past 15 years running my company, Sabrosa Foods Incorporated, you would have known that we've pretty much built our company off of doing business with the federal government. Our first contract was with the Department of Defense Commissary. If you don't know my backstory on how I started this company, I strongly suggest you purchase a copy of my book, Think Outside the Bottle. I'll place links below where you can get a hard copy, a soft copy, or even an ebook so that you can understand exactly what it took to get this company started and how we did it using the federal government to purchase our food products. Oh, and also make sure you visit our websites, sabrosafoods.com and thesorbis.com. I'll also put those in the comment section below for your quick reference. All my past videos have pretty much detailed the basics of getting your food product from a concept to a real tangible thing you can touch, smell, and feel. Well, get ready to step it up a notch. A couple of housekeeping items that I want to discuss before we get started. Please understand, the federal government is a complex entity that's always changing and evolving, and sometimes it's a moving target. So, the information that I present over these series of YouTube videos will be valid and applicable at the time of shooting, but it is always advisable to do your research and understand the rules of engagement before approaching any of the departments, agencies, or sub-agencies. Number 2, try not to get overwhelmed when corresponding with the various agencies. Do not get caught up in the whirlwind. You'll find out rather quickly the federal government is a redundant, intense information collection network, and it is extremely easy to get frustrated and get a feeling of hopelessness. So do not let this stop you. You have to understand this is the federal government and this is the process that they use to weed out the doers and the non-doers. So don't get frustrated and don't quit. It does get easier as the process goes along. All right? Now, with all that out the way, let's get started. So, in order to do business with a customer, you need to first understand exactly who they are, what they want, and how they work. It is no different with the United States federal government, except you're dealing with an entity that gives you detailed instructions on how they want to be approached and presented with information. Once again, this is a tactic used to thin out the herd that most companies cannot or just aren't willing to go through the hassle. But in these next few video series, I'm going to show you exactly how you can capitalize on this effort. So, where do you start, right? Let's take a look at how the federal government is set up. The federal government is composed of 3 distinct branches: legislative, executive, and judicial. At last reported, there are over 430 department agencies and sub-agencies within the federal government itself. But with all the secret agencies and clandestine operations, no one really knows the real total at any given point in time. But that's a topic for another day. The reason this information is so important from a business standpoint is because you get to choose which of these agencies you want to do business with. This is very important since you'll be researching which of these departments or agencies buy the type of product you offer. Now remember, we're in the food product business, so I would not suggest you start your research with the Joint Congressional Committee on Inaugural Ceremonies. although you never really know what food products any department might need at any given time. But let's look at an example for how exactly to identify which department is buying your type of food product. All right, so the first thing we want to do is I'm going to show you how to do a bit of research and finding out who or what of the federal government is buying the most of whatever your product is. Okay, so the first thing you want to do is let's go over to this website, fpds.gov. This is where we're going to start. Now, I'm already actually logged in here, but what you're going to want to do, if you're not already logged into the system or have a password and a login name set up, you want to go here to registration. You want to register. It's free, so you can sign up and register and then gain access to this site. But this is going to be a very important site for you to understand what it is that you need to do, or which of the federal government entities that you need to market to. All right, so let's go into it. Okay, so what we want to do first is, it's going to take you to the screen once you have your credentials where you can get in, and we're going to want to just kind of look at the standard reports. Actually, let's go to Easy Search. Now, you'll get this screen here. I mean, there's a lot of stuff you'll see over here. These are actually searches that I did previously, but don't let that distract you. It keeps a running log of what you've looked for. But we're going to go up here, for example, and you can kind of see some of the things that I've actually already put in here. But let's just type in salsa. So you'll see, once you type in salsa, a lot of information comes up, and here you'll notice that you'll be able to look. Well, I would start over here where it says top 10 department full name. You'll see Department of Defense. There's actually 126 entities that's purchased something under the name of salsa. You can kind of look here and go down here and scroll through. Now, that's one way to do it if you don't know your next codes. But let's say, for instance, you know your next codes. So I know that ours is 722-310. And what this will show you is, it will basically show you all the government entities, the departments, the contracting agency names, everything that you'll need to know to do research for your product. Now, if you go here, you actually even notice that they'll have the amount of money that was spent for that particular item. So this is a great place to start doing your research, especially if you're looking to sell to the federal government and you're trying to pin down which of the agencies you want to market to. You can also print out your reports. These screens are very interactive, and the best thing I can tell you is that you want to just get in here and just play around with it and just start pulling up stuff so that you can see and understand who's buying what. Okay, a lot of useful information here, and again, this is called FPDS Next Generation. I'll also put a couple of links to this site in the comment section below as well, so that you can be able to link to it pretty easy. Okay, so that's FPDS. That's one way for you to do your marketing research for your federal government entities. All right, so I hope that's useful to you. So that does it for this first episode on selling your food product to the federal government. Make sure again that you subscribe to this channel and hit that bell button so you'll be alerted when these new videos are posted. And as always, I look forward to using this platform to help minimize your learning curve. I'm Duane Thompson, your food product entrepreneur's mentor, and I'm out.